Here comes the rain. I did say that it was going to rain, didn't I? Very loud. Well, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Importance of Temperance. I'm Katie, and I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're doing super well. I'm sitting out on my veranda today, and in sunny Queensland, it's not so sunny, it's very overcast. It might rain, and hence this kind of dark lighting, and I'm sort of got, you know, darker over here and lighter coming through here. Now, I do apologize straight away off the bat. We are having an air show here at some point over the weekend, so we've got planes flying overhead. You know, they're doing their testing and training and prepping for the weekend. So, but you will also hear traffic noises, but that's compensated by the birdies and by the rustling of the wind in the trees. And yeah, so it is what it is, my friends. Now today I'm coming on because I want to do this super fun take that I just came across last night. It has been around for about a year, and it is a VR to amidst the grand. I'm just reading here, and the tag is called Coffee House Decks. And because I love my coffee, and who doesn't, realistically, the majority of us do, Amidst the Grey has a list of different coffee names. So she's got 13 prompts, and she's got different coffee names and a little bit of blurb, you know, explaining what we're looking in this deck that matches the name of the coffee. She also kind of said that you can do whatever you want. You don't have to do all 13. You can do less, you can do more, you can come up with your own, you can mix and match, you can mesh them. I'm only going to do 10 prompts because I've selected the ones that kind of match what I've got in my collection, and I thought that it would be super fun to do with you guys today. So grab yourself a cuppa. I've got a cup of green tea, and because I had my coffee earlier, yeah. So I thought I better have a green tea instead of another coffee. And so grab your coffee, tea, beverage of your choice, and let's get to it. All right, party people, so let's get comfy and let's get started. Now, the first prompt is the espresso shot, which is a deck that's strong, punchy, and gets straight to the point. Now, I have to say that the Fountain Tarot is that deck for me. It is no nonsense, this deck. It's punchy, straight to the point, and now the sun is coming out after the rain, and it just gives me, you know, it just speaks to me. It says stop, you know, stop being an idiot, Kate, sort of thing, or more attention to detail, or, you know, you have everything that you need. And I think this deck is absolutely stunning. I heard that a lot of people don't really like this deck for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's the art, but I just love this deck. I connect really well with it. It talks to me. I know what it's saying to me, and it gets, you know, straight to the point. So yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous deck. I love this deck. It's one of those kind of first decks that I bought. This I saw on Instagram, and I just had to have it because I loved it. So yeah, this is my espresso shot, the Fountain Tarot. All right, so the next prompt is the Drip, a deck that's simple, accessible, and gets the job done. So to me, RWS, and especially the ones that have the pixie artwork, they're my go-to. They're the ones that get the job done. They're the ones that I refer to, that are simple, that I understand, that are an instant hit to me. This one in particular is a Conrad Steyn deck, Roses and Lilies. It's based on the 1909 deck. I got this off MPC. They've got the Roses and Lilies back, but they've got the blue version of them. And this is a distressed deck. That's what it's meant to look like. There are photocopies that Conrad was able to photocopy and use to do this deck. Yeah, so Roses and Lilies, or RWS, with Pixie's artwork, my drip deck. Next prompt is the pour over. So the pour over is a deck that you need to take your time over. Now, I know a lot of people are a bit confronted by the Thoth deck, or the Thoth deck. I took my time getting this deck. I think that it's gorgeous, and if I can just get it out of here, would be great. And it's the Italian version, this one here. And I bought this off eBay, and it's an AG Muller 1986 version. Well, I got like for maybe 10 Australian dollars. It was a great bargain. And yeah, so it's got these beautiful backs, not the sort of, you know, this back. This is the US Games one, which I got because I wanted the little white booklet in English, and also just to have a backup deck. They've got the same backs, they haven't got this back. And this cardstock is amazing. I like the AG Muller cardstock. Yeah, so I kind of fell in love with this deck, but it's one of those decks that you do have to take your time with. You don't necessarily have to read it as a Thoth deck if you don't want to. I find that at the end of the day, you know, I can use the WS system to read this with. It has all sorts of information there. I just find that the artwork is stunning. I mean, this artwork is amazing. I love it. So to me, this is a deck that is worth the while, you know, having. And there's a lot of esoteric meaning. There's a lot of secret knowledge, and, you know, all sorts of information in the cards. And then the minors are kind of quite pippish. So there's kind of a mixture of everything in these cards. And to be perfectly frank, I mean, I don't read them necessarily as a Thoth deck. Usually they just give me the hits that I need. I read them intuitively. Look at that star card, isn't that gorgeous? I get RWS system hits off it. You know, there's also Tarot de Marseille in them. Yeah, so to me, sorry, I was just waiting for that plane to go. To me, it's just the colors are stunning, the artwork's stunning, and to me, it's a worthwhile deck, this one. It truly is. So that is my Thoth Tarot deck by Alisteir Crowley, and this is the AG Muller version. Got off eBay, and it's in Italian. Next one, number 4, is the Latte. Latte is a deck that is highly palatable and well received. So I guess what that sort of meaning is, it's kind of one of them mass market decks that people have raved on about and have been super popular, and that are easy to sort of, you know, use. And I must say that that's the Crow Tarot for me. Now, this was created by MJ. Oh, I can never pronounce her surname. Cullinan. Sorry, MJ. It was originally an indie deck, and then it was taken up by US Games and made into mass market. And I know that for some time this was one of those really, really popular decks. It was kind of number 1 or number 2. It was quite up there with the Wild Unknown. The Wild Unknown was a little bit, to me, is a little bit darker, so to speak, whereas this is to me a super great. I love this deck. I absolutely love the artwork. I love this artwork. I like this collage, you know, style. I think she's done a fantastic job. Crow is one of my animal spirits or animal guides, so I really connect to this deck. I think it's an easy deck as well, because people can connect to it very easily. Yeah, so I've heard that there's, you know, people have really received this deck well, and I'm super happy to have the Crow Tarot in my collection. I did edge this deck in brown, and I sort of kind of spilled over the edges, but no matter. It adds to the charm of wearing the deck out, so to speak. So that's my latte deck, or cafe latte, as you would say, and that's the Crow Tarot. Now, prompt number 5, the MOCHA, which is a deck that is rich, indulgent, and a bit extra. So I have to say that this is going to be my soul cards. This is one of my most expensive decks, if not the most expensive deck that I have bought. These cards are absolutely stunning. They've that rose petal finish. They're beautiful. And then they've got this gold. Look at this box. It's so beautiful. They've got this gold foiling, or I should say cold stamping, I guess it's called. It's got the gold edging. It hasn't worn very well because it's sort of, with the shuffling, it does come off. And it's kind of this beautiful tactile shiny feel. I love them because they're all white. It came in 2 different colors. I think it came in black with rose gold foil stamping or coal stamping, and a rose color and different flowers. But yeah, so this is kind of my soul deck, in a sense that I kind of get really intuitive hits from it. I read with it well. It kind of communicates to me on a higher level, I guess. It's like a high self deck. And look at that star, isn't that gorgeous? So yes, this is kind of very lush, very kind of rich and indulgent, and a bit sort of extra, you know, with a bit blingy and stuff like that. So that's the soul cards. And I should also say who these are by. So it's a collaboration made with love by Christine Fredheim, Karina Nika, and Eva Ekelund, and sorry for butchering the names. And I bought them directly from their website, which is www.soulcardstarot.com. But even the box is beautiful. Yeah, so that was my MOCHA deck. So prompt number 6, chai latte. So this is a deck that that's warm, cozy, and nurturing. So this is another MJ Cullinan deck, and it's the Grimalkin Tarot. Now this deck is an indie deck. I got it off her website, and it comes in this 2-part box, which is a bit not sturdy and kind of unfortunately does this sort of thing. Now this one here has a guidebook that came separately, which is sort of like a big kind of book, but this deck is, oh, I love it. It's got all cats, and I'm a cat person, and out of all the cat decks out there, I think this is gorgeous. Again, her own style. She does this collage-y, you know, kind of artwork. Look at the face on this cat. And I guess they're all cats that she's kind of known or had in her life, so they're kind of dedicated to all the cats that she's known. And I just think it's gorgeous. Beautiful deck. It kind of, it's, to me, it's comforting, and it's happy, and it's nurturing, and this kind of, you know, fills my soul. And it also is a deck that I go to when I want to communicate with the cats that we have here. They're not my cats, they're my landlady's cats, especially one of them, Willow. She's got a tumor, and she's, you know, dying, but she's still with us. And sometimes when I want to communicate with her, I pull the cards, and you know, it's interesting how the message comes through. And look at that High Priestess. And the last time I pulled them, she sort of communicated to us that we were giving her too much medication, and that was hurting her more than anything else than helping, and also that she wanted to stick around. So we cut back on the medication, and she's just been fine ever since. So yeah, look at that star. Nurturing, comforting, you know, this is that deck, the chai latte deck. Warm, cozy, and nurturing. So that's the Grimalkin Tarot by MJ, and I'm not even going to pronounce her surname because I keep butchering it. So prompt number 7 is called the MOCHA Latte, which is a deck that's an acquired taste or a bit unconventional. So if you've watched my channel, you will have seen this deck featured prominently of late. I love this deck. I can't get enough of it. It's super fun. Now it's not a Thoth or a Crowley tarot. It's the Tarot of Crowley, and it's by Christoph James, and it is an RWS system. He's just used Crowley as his study, you know, and used people from his era and in the occult circles of the day, and plus actresses, actors, well-known, you know, people such as Tesla and, you know, so on and so forth. And this deck is so fun. Now, originally it was black and white, and he's done the aqua tint version, and this extra pop of color is it just makes this deck. I love it. I love it. It's so fun. It's quirky. It doesn't take itself seriously. It's kind of like a photo montage, collagey kind of deck. It sort of features Crowley's house, and I just think it is amazing. This deck is an acquired taste because it is kind of weird and not up everyone's alley and a bit strange. And it's got like oh my god, what's his face? Oh, I can't think of his name. I'll link it below. Here's Pixie. Isn't that beautiful? That's such a beautiful card. Pixie, the sun. Yeah, and it kind of features all sort of play. Ming the Menace, no, what's his name? Ming the something. Oh, I can't remember. And then it's got these clowns in here. Oh, and I don't like clowns, but that just makes it even more kind of fun in my mind's eye, you know. Yeah, so that's the Tarot of Crowley by Christoph, and he's done the Rain Coast Tarot. And I got this directly off his website. This is an indie deck, and I don't think there's any more left of this aqua tint version. So that's the Tarot of Crowley, and it's your matcha latte deck. 8 is the hot chocolate deck. So a deck that speaks to a younger version of myself. Now this has to be this cute little white sage tarot. It is super cute, this sort of little deck here. It's a tin, and it's just very simple, and the artwork is very kind of like, I don't know, it just kind of very young and fresh and cute. I mean, look at that hanged man, I love it. Little otters, and you know, it's an animal deck, and it just features, you know, these like coffee cups for the cups, and then the kind of mages have got all these little you know, animals. I just love the simple colors, you know, drawings. They like drawings, and yeah, it just like speaks to the child in me, the inner child in me. So as you can see, it's kind of like a Pippish style deck, and then it's got the colors of the chakras, and then there's got, look at that, the King of Swords, and Put-a-Get is the High Priestess. Yeah, so very super cute, and that is the hot chocolate deck. This White Sage Tarot is by Teresa Hutch. I will link all the names of the decks down in the section below. And number 9, the Italian Soda. So this deck is a deck that's fun and doesn't take itself too seriously. So this deck makes me happy. This is my Enchanted Unicorn Oracle deck, and I'm so glad this is in my collection. I'm so glad. This is by Priestess Moon. It's a Rockpool published by Rockpool, I should say. And I love this deck. It is so cute. And it's not like your typical unicorn or anything like that. It's just this really cool. It's based on the Voynich. I don't know if anyone has heard of the Voynich manuscript and the artwork in it. So it's taken from there, and these cards with just, you know, cupcake the body positive card. I mean, how cute is that? It just makes me happy. This deck makes me happy. It's fun, it's cute, it's just, you know, and very accurate too, but it just doesn't take itself too seriously at all. Gloriousness, gloriously human. And then when you go and read in the guidebook, it has like also the plant, because this is meant to be kind of a plant and the properties of the plant as well. Pipe dream, dreams come reality. And I don't know, I just love this deck. When this deck comes out, it makes me happy, and I've edged it in red because why not? These are the backs. So yeah, this is that Italian soda deck, which is fun, colorful, and doesn't take itself too seriously. Enchanted Unicorn Oracle. Last but not least is number 10, and it's the Herbal Tea, a deck that takes things down a notch or helps you unwind. And that would be this deck here, which you might think, why? But I think this deck is absolutely stunning. The artwork just is so calming, is so beautiful. This is a mages only deck. I was umming and ahhing about getting this deck because it was only the mages, but the artwork was so stunning I had to have it. So it's from Yasin Guzlev, 22 major arcana, and it's a Lo Scarabeo deck. Comes in this 2-part box with this kind of like booklet, and then these are the backs. Now they did do a special edition of this on linen stock, but this is not linen stock. But when you have a look at it, it looks like the drawings are done on the linen. I mean, this artwork is, to me, it's just stunning, powerful, beautiful. And this is kind of looks to me like they're actually drawn in pencil. Look at that, for temperance. So yeah, so this is a deck that kind of like takes it down a notch. It's very calming, and it helps me unwind as well, to look at this artwork, and it's just stunning. Stunning. Look at that. That's the moon. Beautiful. So there you have it, my friends. This is my coffee house decks. This one here is the Gustave Yasin Tarot, mages only. So hope you enjoyed that, and looking forward to seeing what your coffee house decks are. Until my next one, have a great rest of the week. Ciao, Andy.